So in this video, we're going to go through sample question 45 from the Society of Actuaries ExamP list of sample questions. The question reads, let x be a continuous random variable with the following density function. Right, and it gives us function absolute value x over 10 for -2 to 4, and then 0 otherwise. We need to now calculate the expected value of x. Okay, now we have a continuous random variable and we're asked to calculate the expected value. This is a super simple, easy question, right? Very, very basic. Probably one of the first you're looking at if you're, just getting into learning about continuous random variables. What's the tricky part of this? It's not really a probability thing. It's a little bit of a, intro to calc thing. Taking an integral of an absolute value, right? The expected value for a continuous random variable, right, is typically something like the following, right? It's the integral over all of x for whatever is in there, some function, some variable, g of x multiplied by the density function, which is f of x dx, right? Can't forget the dx. I do it all the time. So before we can actually take the integral, we want to split this up into cases, right? Because taking a integral of an absolute value, kind of annoying, yeah? And this is something we just have to now do. So for all negative values, we're going to have negative x over 10 from 2 to 0. And we'll just have the normal old x over 10 for any value other than that, so 0 to 4. Now, if you're wondering how I can make the substitution, just try to plug in some numbers. I'm hoping this is intuitive enough, right? These two cases fully cover all of the scenarios that this does. So now let's calculate the expected value, okay? What that's going to be, so the expected value for this would be split up into two cases. So the integral from -2 to 0 of x, right, the thing in here, multiplied by the density function. Now the density function from -2 to 0 is negative x over 10. So multiplied by negative x over 10. Plus, now the integral from 0 to 4, now multiplied by x, the thing in here, or with the PDF at that point, which is simply x over 10. And then there should be, I did the exact same thing I said I always forget to do, dx behind both of those. So let's see. Let's simplify this. And now what I normally do is I make sure not to look at the question beforehand because I think it's important for you to see me actually do the question as you would. But the thing that sucks about that is you're going to see now my shoddy integration skills and how slow I am with that kind of stuff. So I'm going to take out the 1 over 10 and the negative 1 over 10. This actually isn't a totally difficult problem, but I know when I film some of the other ones, it's going to suck. X squared plus 0 to 4, 1 over 10, and then 0 to 4 of x squared. Right, those are easy. So that's going to be negative 1 over 10. This isn't going to be here anymore. I'm going to rewrite this. Negative 1 over 10. And then in brackets, I'm going to have 1 over 3x to the third evaluated for negative 2 to 0 plus 1 over 10. And then in brackets, 1 over 3x to the third. And that's going to be evaluated from 0 to 4. Okay, simple as that. And let's see what this simplifies to. So obviously plugging in 0 will get me 0. Plugging in negative 2 gets me negative 8 over 3. And then minus a negative. So this will get me negative 1 over 10 times 8 over 3 plus 1 over 10. Plugging in 0, that's fine. 4 to the third is 64 over 3. That's going to be 64 over 3 times 1 over 10. Now this is, I'm just going to need a calculator for this next bit so I don't make a very embarrassing arithmetic mistake. Fun fact, arithmetic and arithmetic spelt the same way. Why are they pronounced different? One is a noun and the other is an adjective, right? Okay, now that is out of the way, it's 28 over 15, which lines up with answer choice D. Easy as that. Okay, so quick rundown of what this question was talking about. It just asks us to calculate the expected value of a continuous random variable. I feel I shouldn't need to say this, but it's very important that you know how to calculate the expected value of both continuous and discrete random variables. So that's done by this formula, right? Whatever's in there could be a function. It could be just simply x, like it was in this case, right? Expected value of x is equal to the integral over all of x for whatever's in the expected value times the density. The one thing to remember when you want to do integrals with absolute value, it's, almost necessary for me at least to split it up into cases. Okay. And then after that, it's just doing some calculus, right? Some calculus 1 work. If there are any questions, throw it down in the comments. I'll answer them to the best of my abilities. If you want to see more questions like this done out, I have a playlist, right? Just running through all of the ExamP sample questions from Society of Actuaries. If this video helped you out, hit the like button and subscribe. That totally helps me. But other than that, good luck.